Hi teacher, good morning. Well, today I'm going to make a very quick summary about the class we have take, which is the language as a system. Okay, let's begin. Well, this class has changed my mind about what a language is because I realized that the language is a complex process, yeah, and this helps us to convey meaningful ideas, and this is what makes us different from animals. Okay, um, language is a unique form of communication. So language has 7 properties, yeah, which I'm gonna mention very quickly. The first one is displacement, is the ability for humans to talk about present, past, and future. Second is arbitrariness. This is it mentions the words it denotates, like table, chair, they mean the objects they denotate. Okay. Then we have productivity, the ability to produce oral words or utterances. Cultural transmission, when the language is passed from generation to generation. Discreteness, it is related to the sound of the words, and other features like vocal auditory channel, reciprocity, specialization, rapid fade, non-directionality. Okay, the language itself, or linguistics, have two characteristics, two important characteristics, which is the productive and receptive skills. The productive skills is the linguistic performance, like speaking and writing, and the receptive skills refer to listening and reading. Okay, in linguistics we have 3 branch, or the language as a system has 3 branch, which is morphology, phonetics, and phonology and syntax. Well, I will begin with phonetics and phonology. Well, phonetics and phonology, first of all, these two are a branch of linguistics, and phonetics is the actual manifestation of speech sounds, yeah, how the sounds are produced in our vocal tract, yeah. Meanwhile, phonology is the aspect of the sounds. It deals with the phonemes, yeah, and the phonology focuses on pronunciation, intonation, and stress. Okay, so let's continue. Well, phonology deals with phonemes. What a phoneme is? Well, a phoneme is a sound, a very specific sound that gives meaning to a word. Yeah, it is a single type of sound, and it is represented most of the times between slashes. Yeah, there are 43 phonemes in the English language. Also, we have graphemes. The grapheme, as you can see here, is the actual representation is a written representation of the word. We have silent graphemes like castle, often, Christmas, walk, talk, etc. Well, in English we have something. We have differences, very highlighted differences between vowels and consonants. Well, vowels are voice sounds, and most of the consonants are unvoiced sounds. Yeah, the vowels are produced with the mouth open. We have long and short sounds. They have special features, and more than one has a discrete sound. That's why I decided to put here, or to add, a chart with some of the sounds, if you can see it. For example, beer, which is long, beer, which is short. These are 2 different sounds in one vowel. Bed or bad, yeah. So vowels in the English language has, I repeat it, different sounds. Okay, let's continue. Then we have morphology. Morphology is another branch of linguistics. And what morphology is? Well, morphology studies the internal structure of the words, and most of the times morphology is related to the morphemes. What are the morphemes in English? Well, the morphemes are like the building blocks, and they build the morphology, they put it together. Yeah, okay, in English we have 2 types of morphemes, which are simple and complex morphemes. The simple morphemes, like the one we have here, hand, because we cannot separate it, is the core of the word. And then if we add handed, this will be a complex morpheme because we can separate it, hand and ed. Okay, let's continue with the rest. Morphology or the word formation have 7 processes. The first one is the one related to word structure, in which we have simple and compound sentences. Simple sentences cannot segmentate them. Complex sentence, we can segmentate it. Yeah, we have the word formation processes, which changes the category of the word. For example, if we have verb plus able equal adjective like fixable, and we have some different examples here. Yeah, the third process is the compound and multi-compounding, which is creating words from different and independent words. For example, land and lord, landlord, high and chair, high chair. It is not limited to 2 words. We can have more than 2 words. Yeah. The next one, number 4, is the compounds. The compounds most of the times have a head and a modifier. In this case, high chair. Chair is the head and high is the modifier. We have other formation processes like number 1 is blending, like forming new words or merging 2 words into one, like breakfast and lunch. Brunch, clipping, which is cutting or reducing a word, for example, dog, doctor. Back formation, when a noun is transformed to a verb. Donation, to donate. Conversion, like the same one word is transformed into another one. And the acronyms, yeah. The other one are additional word formations, like coinage and borrowings. Borrowings are the ones who take or adopt from another language. Yeah, the other one is inflection. Inflection is the last process. Yeah, and changes the subclass of the word. For example, comparative, from comparative to superlative, singular to plural, present to past, gerund and possessives. Yeah, this is inflection. Okay, let's continue with syntax. Syntax is another branch of linguistics. Syntax study the structure or the grammatical structure of words, yeah, how the language works. Every single factor related to grammar is related to syntax, yeah. Okay, syntax has a very close communication with the morphology, because the morphology is study the structure of the language, and the sounds are the principles which govern the sentence structure, yeah. And how can we know if something is correct or incorrect? Well, in English there is a theory called grammaire générale, that comes from French. In English is general grammar, which is the best founding work in syntax, and it says that every single language has the same basic steps. It has the same structure, subject, verb, and complement. Yeah, in English we have simple, compound, and complex sentences as well. Okay, the structure of a sentence also is related to syntax, as I mentioned before. So sentences are formed by smaller phrases, like the one we have here, the dog. And dog is the head or the core, and de is a modifier which modifies the word dog. Yeah. Also, as we have modifiers and determiners, as I mentioned before, and we have also noun phrases, which is the subject who is performing the action. Yeah. To finish with this presentation, we can judge if sentences are correct or incorrect using one theory, which is the anaphor. The anaphor tells us that the gender must agree with the subject. The subject must agree in gender with its verb. Yeah. For example, this dog saw itself in the mirror. That is correct because itself matches the noun phrase dog. But what happened in this case? She is our subject, and his, which is the possessive pronoun, doesn't match the subject. So we use anaphors to judge if sentences are correct or incorrect. And in syntax we have the descriptive analysis of the analytical, which is made with with 3, sorry. Okay, the descriptive analysis tell us what is the part of a sentence. For example, in this case, John did a crossword puzzle. Did is the head, did a crossword puzzle is the verb phrase, and John is the noun phrase. Well, this is the descriptive analysis. Then we have the analytical, which is the relationship of words in trees, like in this case, the small wooden table. 2 adjectives form an adjective phrase, a noun, a determiner form a noun phrase, and this gives us a simple sentence. Well, and I put here some other examples of analytical trees. And as a conclusion, I can say that this class was very interesting. I wish we could have more time to digest or to process all this information, I would like to make a master in linguistics or a study in linguistics. I really love the class. Now I know that language implies a lot of things, knowledge about linguistics, I mean phonology, phonetics, the sound system, the manners and the process of articulation, the meaning of words, which I didn't know before. Yeah, so thank you, teacher, for the class, and I hope this video is what you wanted and I enjoy it really much. Thank you.